Every second, every minute, man, I swear that she can get it. Say if you a bad bitch, put your hands up high, hands up high.
Hey beautiful people, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, welcome back to those who have subscribed, have been subscribed since the day I started, which is 2018, somewhere there.
Damn. I'm sorry.
And welcome back to myself. Welcome back to myself, guys. It's so weird. I'm recording. I'm making a YouTube video after almost 2 years. Basically, we are in 2024, the year of our Lord. Can you believe it, girl? Woo! We done been through it. I've been through it. And that's why I've been going through it. But also good things, but also going through it. There's many things that have happened since I've been gone, okay? But let's just maybe get the formalities out the way. Hi, I'm Boitumelo. If you don't really know, the name of the channel is Boitumelo.m. I think I want to start off by saying thank you for tuning in. If you're, whether you're returning, whether you're new, thank you so much. Please hit the subscribe button down below before you go. Please like, comment, and share. Please, guys, in the comments, hype me up though. Hype me up though in the comments, because I was terrified to start this again. A lot of people ask me, why aren't you filming anymore? I'm like, girl, I'm busy. It is a bit of a mission to sit down, and you guys already know I don't love vlogging. You guys already knew that from the word jump, please. There will be more vlogs this year though. Really wanted to come back to YouTube because I wanted this to be a visual diary. I am a writer at the end of the day. I'm a journalist. That's what I've studied. But like this, you see this, talking to the camera while I do my makeup, because makeup will be done, was just so therapeutic. And is what I want to go back to. So I'm back on YouTube for this year. I don't know what 2025 holds for me. But I bought this palette for my friend and I love it. So I got it for myself. I will be using my Jackie Aina palette. I still have this. This will never be thrown away. This will be, I don't care if the last shade is that purple one, big wig or whatever. This is kind of like it's a bit dirty. It's a keepsake. I use the colors that I like the most, of course, and they are almost done, but it's a keepsake. It's the most expensive makeup thing I've ever bought at Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it's by Jackie Aina. So I will never throw this away. I do also have another Makeup Revolution one. As you can tell, I'm wearing a green dress. Guys, I'm wearing different colors this year. I won't lie. Green is the color that I started. Okay, I'm gonna switch off my fan now because it's irritating. I hope you guys, no. I know I'm talking loud yet. I know you guys have heard me above the fan. I'm drinking a bit of wine. Let's talk about the move. The move was really the catalyst. I'll put my fan back on. I'm too hot. The move was really the catalyst of me not posting on YouTube. So my last video was in April and I moved at the beginning of June. So May was really like just finalizing. I'm going in with the shade. If you guys, this palette is so beautiful. So like getting myself together in terms of moving out, because I had signed a lease. I kind of work, the thing is I'm renting directly from my landlord, but it's there's a third party that's involved called Preferentials. You guys can go Google it or whatever, and they just facilitate being sort of the middleman, so don't go through a realtor. And yeah, when I moved in, it was the 3rd of June. I remember getting my bed delivered, my fridge delivered. I took my brother's old couch because he got a new couch. And yeah, I'm currently in Midrand. That's where I stay. And guys, people banyata Midrand. People have a lot to say about Midrand, but one thing I don't want to compromise on is that yes, we all know load shedding exists. There's nothing we can do about it. For me, there really is no use complaining about load shedding. I mean, unless we get to stage 6, and I'm just like, I'm not sure how you guys expect us to improve this economy if out of the day I don't have power for 8 hours. But a big thing for me was moving to a place that didn't have water disruptions. We literally only had one water disruption, and that was last year. And I've been here, like I said, for almost almost 2 years. By the end of May, beginning of June, I'll be here for 2 years. And I plan to stay here for another year because I got a new job. But we'll get to that. There's no way I was gonna vlog moving. I don't know how the other galleys have done it, but it was stressful for me. And then when I moved in my stuff, I mean, I didn't have everything. The 3rd of June, I was here waiting for my stuff to be delivered and stuff like that. And then moving my stuff, like clothes, books, medication, glasses, whatever else. Like, my friends helped me, and I don't think I even slept here. I didn't sleep here on that day. I didn't sleep here on that day. It took me a while to get here, to get sorted out here. And let me just say one thing. It took me a while to just get used to this place. I'm not going to lie. I can say that I feel like I really went through it with moving. In terms of that, it felt like an Airbnb. It felt like an Airbnb for quite some time. And then also like the financial adjustment. So in 2022, one of my, literally, I only have two best friends. They've been on the channel before. And one of them was getting married. But she had moved like twice before. She had a roommate the first time she ever moved away from home. And then she lived on her own before she got married. I'm like, girl. And she's like, you will be fine. It's okay to panic. But like, don't lose out on hope. You're going to be okay. You just have to adjust to this, new situation. It's a big commitment. With each financial milestone, you have to adjust financially. And let me tell you this right now. Because nobody told me about this. Everybody said, buy little things along the way. Obviously, save up for your deposit, your first month's rent, yada, 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 which I did. Nobody told me that curtains cost 2 million rands.
2 million.
These, and curtains are expensive, honey. But I will say 2022 was a good year regardless of the fact that I had a lot of panic attacks. I don't want to fail. That's the main thing I want to say. Is that I didn't want to fail. And failure to me looked like me packing this all up and having to go back home. And it's not like I didn't have that opportunity to go back home. I did. But I really wanted this to work out. And it has. And the one thing I just wanted to kind of maybe touch off on the last thing about moving out is that God's timing. 2022 taught me about God's timing, and that has been my testimony to anybody and everybody who kind of asks about God's timing in different facets of their life. And I just say, when I moved out, I was going to turn 29. I turned 29, I was here. I told myself I will not be turning 30 in my mama's house, which I didn't. And it was like, had I moved out any sooner, baby, it would have been a mess. It would have been a hot mess. I'm going into the Jackie Aina palette a little bit because I want to use my favorite color, ginger. That's, yeah. I can just say that the maturity level that I had at 25 versus now, when I moved out, vastly different. And I don't think I would have been able to handle it the way I did. And it's not like life stopped happening. There was still work, there was still friends, there was still family, there was still relationships and love life and all that stuff. And I had to just be like, okay. But I really had the tools. I won't lie, I think 2022 has showed me that you really understand your mental health diagnosis more than you give credit for. When to take a break, going to see a psychiatrist saying, actually I'm feeling burnt out. I'm having panic attacks. Like when I say panic attacks, I felt like I couldn't breathe properly. Like that kind of a panic attack. And crying. So it was really important for me to seek help, which I did. It was to get through it. And this place is my home. Yeah. So for anybody who is going to be moving out soon, whether you're renting or buying, it doesn't really matter. First and foremost, celebrate the fact that you're able to do so. You now have the resources to go and be independent. You're not at home or whatever, and you have your own space, and know that if you have to, if the financial situation changes, go home. It's okay. Especially if you have that privilege, because I think it is a privilege to still have my mom to rely on if all shit went to hell and I couldn't afford being here. So, but know that, like, you've got this. You've got it. Okay. I don't know if I want to cut the crease. I haven't done that in a long time. Who does that anymore? I'm gonna put a little bit of concealer, just a little bit of concealer. Guys, I've changed my makeup like vastly. I'm not going to lie. I really won't lie. I'm just gonna put a little on the back of my hand. So I guess the second big thing that happened in my life since the last time I uploaded was that I got into a relationship. Funny enough, let me just hold on a moment before I cut my crease. I gotta pay attention when I cut my crease. But let me just say this. So how we met is that he slid into my DMs on Twitter. But what is very interesting is that he had been following me for basically the whole of 2021. Okay? And we had, I think, an interaction maybe one time on the timeline, like just not a lot. It wasn't the flirtatiousness on the timeline like I used to be. But he slid into my DMs, I think, just before Christmas. And we spoke on the DMs, and then he asked for my number, and here we are. We've been together for almost 2 years. It will be 2 years on March 3rd. Hey, God is funny. Let me tell you that 2021, my friends and I, for New Year's Eve, we went to an Airbnb, and I was like, at that point, when it came to relationships or love life, I was like, you know what? I tried, I won't lie, I really did have my heart broken, as you guys know, in 2020. And 2021 wasn't easy for me mentally. I think from a mental health perspective, that was definitely my most difficult year. And then, I just decided, I'm like, oh, you know what, child, anyways, so it's like 2020 is gonna be different. I'm gonna be studying, I'm gonna finish my honors degree, I'm gonna move out, and I'm just gonna enjoy life. And literally New Year's, or the evening of New Year's Day, on the 1st of January, that evening, we spoke for a good 2 hours on the phone. And here he is. Yeah, that's my man. That's my man. I'm gonna stand beside him. That's my man. That's where we are. I'm in a relationship, and it's been great. Of course, it's had its challenges. Duh. Okay, I'm doing something a little bit different before I continue talking about my relationship. I am trying to underpaint more. I did it once, going to work, and it looked so good. I was like, I can do this. And then yesterday, it kind of failed a little bit. Yesterday, it was my mom's birthday, her 66th birthday. It kind of went left a little bit, but it did work out, whatever. So what I do in terms of underpainting, I have this L'Oreal Infallible concealer, the Infallible More Than Concealer one, this one, and it's in a pretty warm shade, and I just do a little bit. Okay, I'll just add extra dot there, and I'm just gonna do it here and on my double chin, and you just kind of like let that sit. And because it's quite warm, the color itself, I go in with the LA Girl. LA Girl is still the girl that she thinks she is. She always has been and will forever be. I go in with dark cocoa because it's a little bit cool. And I do that mainly on my cheeks because I don't want to come across as too orange. And that's really about it. Okay, you can do a little bit here on the forehead. A little bit, and I'll remove this. We're very different. We come from different backgrounds. We're different but the same. And I know that because of my friends, they're like, you guys really just make sense when you look at the two of you. He is the most kindest and sweetest man, I'm not gonna cry, that I've ever known. And he has been emotionally supportive in ways that I've never been emotionally supported in a romantic relationship. He's my friend. He really is my friend. We chop it up. We get on each other's nerves. He's very patient. I am not. And that's a good combo, okay? It was nerve-wracking to introduce him to my friends and family My mama always says that if he breaks your heart, I'm gonna break his kneecaps. Although she's met him and she really does like him, I think the most important thing, you know, out of all of the people in my life, I think the person who was, I want to say, the hardest to impress, and not in a bad way, is my brother. My brother, I don't think he's like any one of my boyfriends. Maybe that one. Yeah. I think so. Other than that, he's just like, okay, girl. The way that when they first met, we went to my brother's place and, you know, to introduce him and stuff like that, and we were just chilling. The way they chopped it up, it was so nice. And every other interaction when I've gone to my friends' homes, or we've had brides and stuff like that, obviously at my mom's house, like, I know that I can leave them and the two together and they'll be fine, because they actually really get along, and that was really important to me. The people are getting married, my darling, and my two friends and all, wives, they are married. And I remember when my last friend when she got engaged, I was like, oh shit, that puts pressure on me. And then I was like, no, it doesn't. Like, first, weddings are expensive. Weddings are expensive. I saw it up close and personal, now twice. And I'm like, girl, the both of y'all gotta save up for this. I'm gonna finish the rest of mine because it's taking forever. And I'm obviously talking too much, but there's still a lot to catch up on. So I'll be right back. And as you can see, it looks crazy. It does. I blended out the contour, and as you can see that, like, that L'Oreal Infallible concealer is extremely warm, and that's why I try to balance it out as much with the LA Girl concealer. So I'm still kind of drying down my face a little bit, and then I'm going to blend it out. What I'm going to do, I'm going to blend it out, and then something that's totally different about me that's changed in my makeup is that I am now a cream stick foundation kind of girly. It is amazing to me because I used to only use liquid foundations. One of my shade is from Revlon. The Revlon Color Stay Life Proof Cream Foundation for 24 hours. You never have to wear makeup for 24 hours. I don't know why they always say that. This is in the color Caramel 400. And I absolutely love it. So when I blend this out, I'm going to go over everything with this. Okay? Does the makeup still come off my nose when I sweat? Sometimes it does. Sometimes it's been more manageable, I feel like, using this. And you wouldn't think that with a cream product. But yeah. Yesterday was that kind of day, and I had to make a plan B because I had already left the house and I couldn't go back, and I just had to quickly go buy. I actually bought this Fit Me concealer very quickly. You know, there are not a lot of shades of this in South Africa, but the last time I had used this, geez, I can't remember when. And when I looked at the price, when they rang it up, yeah, I guess okay, reason the disc's fine, I guess, sort of big change in my life is that I have a new job. The last time I was on this channel, I was working for yeah, at that time it was still fairly new because I had just started when I think 2021 of that year I had started. I don't know which one I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use this one. I think 2021 of that year I had just started at the new job, and then by April 2022 I had obviously been there, and then only literally last year November was my notice period, my 1 month notice period, and I started a new job in December. They don't close in December, and I have found my way back in the tourism and travel industry, just on the other side, actually working for a company and not as a journalist. And yeah, it has been amazing. It is actually in a role where I do a lot of public relations, which is, guys, I didn't really know what I wanted to do at my old job. I mean, last year I got my honors. Yay! Woo! I'll put pictures maybe, or you can just go like the pictures on my Instagram. I did finally complete my honors through UNISA. I told God that I wanted to pivot into public relations. And yes, public relations, it does need an element of communications, of knowing how to write, and stuff like that. But there's so much more to it. Crisis communications, campaigns, media relations. And I think I had touched on that a bit in other jobs that I've had before. but I felt like I really needed a qualification to get the job that I wanted. I could not have asked for a better interview, and I think I knew from then that I'm definitely gonna get the job, and I'm very grateful. It's going to afford me the first time for me to ever leave this country. I will be traveling soon. I won't say where, but I will be vlogging that as best as I can. Remember, it's a little work trip, okay? I'm on the clock. Can I just let me say this? This is an exact match. I feel like I have gotten slightly darker over the years. When I was looking at some of my previous YouTube footage, I could see I got darker over the years a little bit. But this, I can wear this by itself, and I can literally just do my eyebrows and just and leave. And I don't even have to do my whole face. I could like do my under eye, and the rest of my face is just my natural skin. And girl, this is, yeah, I really want to just continue to grow. I am very grateful that I've been able to sort of pivot in my career, understanding being the media, studying, having a journalism degree, a communications degree. I think it's quite versatile. There's so many, I mean, our world has changed. Yes, there's AI, but you still need writers, and there's a lot of opportunities having the degree that I do have. Well, the 2 degrees, and that's one period. It's been, hey guys, life has really chopped and changed. Is there a difference between me being in my 30s now and not a late 20-something, not a young 20-something, an older 20-something? I didn't feel a big difference, but I feel like I saw a lot of people kind of go through that semi-midlife crisis of turning 30 and maybe they weren't happy in their lives. But I really didn't feel that way. I felt really blessed. I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of times I sit in my place in bed or on the couch, either when I'm alone or with my boyfriend, and I just look around. I'm like, I am really grateful for where I am now. I really am. Like, take a moment to sit down and just appreciate that we're here. We've arrived to a certain thing that we prayed for. It's here. You have it now. Be happy about that. Appreciate it. Take it in. And then, yeah, let's make our way to the next goal. This used to be, it's Yardley. It's the Yardley translucent powder, but what's actually in here, as you can see, it's used and abused. What's actually in here is my Revolution banana powder with a little bit of the Revolution translucent powder. And I don't bake anymore, but I certainly do want to set my under eyes, make them brighter, certain parts of my face brighter, and have to move quickly to set cream foundation. Just because I tend to run warmer than most people, and as you can see, I think I'm quite shiny. I use these little, like, this has become very popular. I got these off of Shein. They're like next to nothing on Shein, and I just kind of like pat stuff, and I use them throughout the day more so than a brush. But I can already see that I feel like I'm sweating on my nose a bit, or like it wants to move. But sometimes the best thing is to leave it alone, and if it looks good on camera, that's great. This is water. I was drinking water now because it's now suddenly very sunny, very bright, like it wasn't going to rain. I'm doing my mascara. I use the Maybelline Sky High mascara. I've used the waterproof one, and that one's a bit too waterproof. It was very difficult to take off. So I use a non-waterproof one, and I've definitely cried with this on, and it's not as bad as you would think. I do have lashes that are just drying. I love to just let my lash glue get tacky and do everything else. I think you guys can tell. I don't know if you can. If you can't, great. If you can, okay. I definitely have gained weight since my last video. I had a lot more weight gain, especially after I moved. I wasn't in a state anymore. It's a complex, and I've seen people walk around. I definitely have walked around now more recently, getting into exercise, but I gained more weight than I would have liked to, and it's still an emotional roller coaster of a journey with weight loss. Now a blush girl. I love blush so much. Orange blush is for the black girls, and this one by Yardley, I love it. I love blush now. Sometimes I feel like, okay, you overdid it now, but it looks so cute. It's in the color, what's this, terracotta. I don't remember how much this retails for. If I find it on either Discam or Clicks on their website, I will put the link in the description box down below because I love her so much. I bring up my blush about here, and that is another thing from the drag race world that I've picked up. I really love blush, and I love this orange blush, and sometimes I do mix it in with my kimchi blush, which I feel like I will do just now because I feel like I want to just put more blush. I don't dig in it because the pigmentation is a lot. I really just do very lightly and just build it up enough. Whoop! You see? Kimchi! This one. This. Oh my gosh. I've had this. I'm not going to throw this away anytime soon as well. Oh, that was a bit too much blush on this side. That was a bit too much blush on this side, child. I personally am not going to put on any highlight. I'm just going to do my lips. And that's also changed. I don't know if it's changed. I don't know. I can't say it's changed, but I love lip liners so much right now. I cannot function without a lip liner, and that's many LA Girl lip liners. This one is in chocolate. It's a very tiny one. This one is what, brown. It's a bit cooler. And then I also have one, it says Vamp, which is like a maroony burgundy kind of vibe. So yeah, I think it's also like just when you turn a certain age, turning 30, your body's different. You have to start thinking of family planning. So I am like currently taking certain vitamins and supplements to ensure, I don't want to say to increase my fertility, but like egg quality, because obviously that does change the older you get, so that by the time that, you know, my boyfriend and I, when we're husband and wife, for me, when we're ready to have a child, it won't be so much of a struggle. At the same time, it's in God's hands. There's nothing I can do about it. You know, I can really like pray over my uterus that it will deliver happy and healthy babies, and I will be okay as well, because being a Black woman, being a person of color, and being pregnant, it really is do or die. Unfortunately, we're just at a higher risk for many things. It's a bit scary, and it's crazy that I'm at this stage in my life where I have to start thinking about that. I have to start taking supplements. I'm using my Catrice liquid lipstick. I don't use a lot of liquid lipstick anymore, and I probably should throw this away, but I'm not going to. Related to any part of the past 2 years of my life, any facet of my life that you may have, you know, experienced yourself, are afraid of, whether it's moving out, being in a new relationship, having them meet your, you know, your family and friends, starting a new job, wanting to pivot into a different career without the qualifications. I think I can say that I am testimony to that it's all possible. So I think this year, just going forward, is just like for me to live my best life. And living my best life looks at like, you know, doing things out of my comfort zone, coming back to my YouTube channel and talking to you guys, traveling, whether it's for work or personal, and really being very assertive with my boundaries. So much for tuning in. If you made it all the way to the end, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Please comment down below. Just let me know how you guys are, my subscribers. Tell me how you guys are feeling. Please stay safe, be positive, be respectful, be kind to not only others but to yourself. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.